Hey viewers, this is Orcs Must Die 2. Now I'm just going to go ahead and explain a few things that are new and different, etc, etc. Sorry, this is the Orcs Must Die 2 demo, I should clarify that. And yeah, I'll show some gameplay and whatnot with a teammate after I'm done explaining. So, when you click play, you'll be shown this screen here. Now you have the War Mage and the Sorceress, you just give them a name, etc. Now what this essentially means is, you're essentially creating an account. Now this account will be different, so you don't share skulls between characters. So if I made a War Mage and I went and played through the full game on the War Mage and unlocked everything and upgraded everything, it wouldn't be unlocked for the Sorceress. All of it would still be hidden for the Sorceress, so you need to play through the game twice essentially to unlock all of the stuff. In fact, you probably need to play through it all 3 times, because apart from unlocking stuff with the skulls that you earn, yes, you don't just unlock stuff as you play now. The skulls that you earn from the game will enable you to unlock stuff a lot easier, which is why I'm looking forward to making my 5 skull guide, because it should benefit people a lot better. As I was saying, yeah, you probably need to play through the game like 3 times, because you also upgrade your items now, which I'll go and demonstrate now. If I go into my spellbook, if I go to weapons, for example, traps. Now you see tar trap. See tar trap here? I've currently upgraded it already. It's level 2 of 3 at the top. Now, first upgrade reduced its cost to 400. Second will reduce it to 350. But currently I can't upgrade it because there's a little arrow, which means it's not available in the demo. But if I go to the haymaker, you see it costs 3 skulls down there. If I just go ahead and is there anything else I can upgrade? Okay, well, if I go ahead and click that, see that? Now it has more damage. It cost me 3 skulls, but it has more damage. That's how upgrades work. Yes, there's still Nightmare, Apprentice, and War Mage. Can't do Nightmare on demo because it's hidden. There's only 2 levels on the demo, and from the looks of it, it's going to be about... I could do a count. Fuck, I've lost track. Yeah, it's all a blur. I'd say there's about 30 levels. About 25 to 30 levels. Probably the same as Orcs Must Die 1, with some extras and whatnot. And DLC, I'm guessing, too. There's also an endless mode, which is not shown here. If I go to options and then go to help, and space, where does it show it? Here we are, endless. Endless mode is pretty much an infinite wave mode. Although it says infinite, but apparently there's a 40, if you beat wave 40, you get a 5 skull rating. If you beat wave 1, you get a 1 skull rating. So maybe wave 40 is the end, or maybe just wave 40 you get 5 skulls by default, even if you lose or not. As you can see down in the bar in the picture, he's got a bunch of new abilities and a bunch of old ones as well. And there's a few special features to Endless, which I can't show you in the demo because it's not available, but Mr. Moneybags, he seems to be new units. Kill him and you'll get a ton of coins. Skulls also drop in this game like coins if you're lucky. It doesn't seem to depend on your combo count at all. It's just a random luck factor. So let's go through that again. As you can see, they have a nice little help system here. It explains quite a lot. Now if I go back here, the video settings are pretty basic. I don't think they're going to change for the old full game, but I hope so. They also have a push to talk. Now I've tested this push to talk and it works fine. The in-game microphone is very good. So you're not going to need to rely on TeamSpeak, Skype, MSN Call, Mumble, Ventrilo, or any of that jazz if you don't want to. Because the in-game microphone in here is very good, so it will allow you to communicate with your teammate very well. Assuming you've turned down the game sound, because every time you close the game and reopen it, all this stuff resets back to maximum. It's very loud. You wouldn't be able to hear your teammate over the game sound, so it's just you have it low like this. Let's go back a second here. Back to play and spellbook. Now, as you can see, there's a few new things. Vanity. So vanity doesn't really give you anything, but you've got to spend skulls to unlock it, of course. But basically, it's just the DLC clothing that was in Orcs Must Die 1 that not everyone could get. It depended on where you got the game from. So we've got Knight of the Order, the Orc Slayer, the Classic Order, which is from Orcs Must Die 1, and the Classic Orcs Must Die 2 uniform. What is this? No, never mind. Back. If I go to, all of this is the same for the Sorceress as well. She'll just have different outfits, which I'll go through in a second. Now, if I go to trinkets, trinkets are basically passive items, which basically just give you a passive bonus. They also all have an active ability, but the majority of them are passive. For example, if I go to Berserker Trinket, top left, passive ability deals bonus damage when low on health. The active ability, which is most likely a right click or a left click when you select it in the skill bar, because yes, it does take up a skill bar slot, or trap slot as it were, so it's up to you whether you want it or not. But active, spend health to activate Berserk modes. This could be really good for melee characters, the guys that like to just run up to the orcs and bash their heads in. Of course, that's not what this game is really about. It's about creating unbeatable traps, but there you go. There's a whole bunch of other ones. I'm not going to go through them all, but you get the gist of it. There's Freedom, which resists stuns. Higher mana regeneration. This could be really good for the Sorceress. Scavenger, which makes coins drops more. Defense, healing, Rift, Defender. This basically stuns all enemies on the map. Trap Reset Trinket. Resets all traps instantly. Can you imagine that? It costs some mana apparently, but if you upgrade your mana, if you upgrade this passive ability, it costs less mana. So I could imagine this being the ability of choice for high scorers, as it were. The ability to instantly reset all traps would be pretty much devastating. You'll be able to get huge combos if you just time it right. Just triggering all of your traps at the same time on one orc would be crazy. On to weapons. As you can see, Blunderbuss is the new standard weapon for the War Mage. It's pretty shitty, to be honest. I'm not a fan of it. It launches grenades which stun enemies, does a little bit of damage but not worth it. It does quite a bit of damage with its left click, but it's not too good. We've got the old blade staff here, we've got the crossbow, good old crossbow. Its upgrades change a bit more. So headshots will generate mana, primary attack sometimes sets people on fire. Everything else is basic: wind belt, vampire gauntlets, lightning, flame braces, ice amulets. Dwarven hammer, this was a DLC thing. They've added the DLC items from Orcs Must Die 1 into Orcs Must Die 2 as weapons that you can buy with their own custom attacks and whatnot. So apparently this active right click does a whirlwind attack, which should be good, which drains mana. So this could actually be really good for comboing as well. Don't really ask me, I'm not one for high scores, to be perfectly honest. The bone amulet is going to be a must for most people, especially if they want to get 5 skulls and if there's more than one rift, because the little golem, which you can upgrade with more health and damage and whatnot, you know, that bone golem could hold off a rift on his own for about a minute or so. So yeah, that's pretty much all the weapons for the War Mage. I'll go over the Sorceress's ones in a minute. I'm sure they'll add more over due time. This is just a demo. As for the traps, they've got a couple of new ones, and yes, they are unique to each character. So the traps, basically, some the War Mage will have and some the Sorceress will have, but the other won't have them. So they've got quite a few new ones. Let's take a look at the left hand side. Archer Guardian, good old Archer Guardian. Boom barrel barricades. Barricades are something everyone wants. Reduces the cost, reduced damage. Now this ability looks really good here. Barricades self-repair shortly after taking damage. That could be very good. Good old Coin Forge. We've got a new trap here. Boulder Shoot. Drops boulders on the enemies. Reset time reduced. Boulder Shoot sometimes drops coins and sometimes drops bombs. So yeah, the two upgrades for the Boulder Shoot, pretty much it will drop coins and it will drop bombs, so that could be really good. Coin Forge, good old Coin Forge. The Coin Forge effect persists briefly after enemies leave the coin forge. This is something a lot of people will like, so even after orcs have walked off of the coin forge, they'll still drop coins or give you extra coins, as it were, even if you kill them slightly afterwards. Which means you don't need to do as much kiting. Enemies affected by the coin forge take additional damage as well, easier killing. We've got a new military unit here. I don't know what to call him, soldier unit. I suppose you call him a soldier unit of some sort. He's a dwarf. Throws explosive bombs at the enemies, and he does a melee attack as well, which knock back foes. So you know, he's basically a tiny little tank that throws bombs at enemies. We've got the grinder, good old grinder. Paladins, good old paladins. Push traps, spore mines, steam traps, void wall. Here's an interesting one. Anything thrown in the void wall dies instantly. Yes, instantly. Throwing enemies in the void heals the player. Enemies thrown into the void sometimes return as skeletons to fight for the player as the upgrades. Both of those look very good. They could be super useful, especially if you throw an ogre in there. Can you imagine that? Instantly killing ogres? What kind of shenanigans is this? If you just put like a spring trap facing a void wall and get the upgrade that spring trap affect ogres, you're pretty much going to be guaranteed safety from ogres. It just seems a little bit ridiculous to me. Anyway, Haymaker. Yes, Haymaker here. This is one of the new ones as well. It's one of the ones you get for the demo. You'll be seeing it in a minute in the gameplay, but it basically drops down from the ceiling, spins around, and knocks enemies around. It doesn't do too much damage. It's a little more of a hassle than anything else because it kind of gets in the way of your arrow traps or your wall traps or stuff like that. And sometimes it will knock the enemy forward as well towards you, like past all your traps. It's not something I'll be using often, to be perfectly fair. To be perfectly honest. Auto Ballista Bear Trap, here's a new one. Stuns and damages enemies when triggered. The Bear Trap freezes. Bear Trap sets targets on fire. You can imagine it being pretty good. It's just a basic floor trap, should be good. I'll give it a try. Boom Barrel Dispenser. You place it on the wall and it spawns boom barrels. How fucking awesome is that? Some of the upgrades aren't very good though. Spawned boom barrels will automatically explode when near enemies. Spawned boom barrels all get the boom barrel upgrade. So yeah. That second one, boom barrels automatically explode, probably not the best of ones, just because of the fact that, well, you don't want them to explode by themselves. I mean, you can maybe if you placed it outside a rift and barricaded it off, and then when the orcs are busy attacking the barricade, you put like, if you upgrade this boom barrel dispenser enough, it could just like kill them instantly, but it's not something that I would probably use a whole lot. I might get it just for the sake of getting loads of boom barrels, because they can be useful on occasion when you want to stack up enemies. Brimstone. Burns 3 mobs before running out of heat. Brimstone heats up faster, enemies burn for longer, stuff like that. And decoy, good old decoy. They've improved the decoy quite significantly. Decoy will reappear after a short time after being destroyed, but no longer explodes. That's a nice little upgrade. Floor Scorcher. Whoa, 4 upgrades. Oh, a special upgrade for the Floor Scorcher. It can now be placed on the walls. That sounds interesting. That could be very useful. Healing Well. Good old Healing Well. Ceiling Pounder. Yeah, there's loads of upgrades, isn't there? They've changed it quite a lot. Unique too. Trolls and ogres struck by the pounder sometimes drop coins. Shock Zapper. Good old Shock Zapper. Oh, Shock Zapper can now be placed on the walls as well. This will make for some interesting combos. Spring Trap. Swing Trap. Swinging Mace. Personal favourite of many players, including me. Swing Mace stuns the enemies it hits. That seems a little bit OP, considering how useful it was in the previous game. But, you know, I'm not going to complain. War Blades. Yeah, that's basically that. I think I covered everything for the War Mage. Yeah, I've pretty much covered everything for the War Mage. Let's go ahead and go back here. We'll make a character. Let's Ego whore, because that's what she is. Yeah, weapons. Spectre of Domination is our main weapon now. Left click is basically kind of like the crossbow. You can hold it and charge it up. It does a area of effect attack. You'll see that during the gameplay portion of it. You can also charm enemies with the right click. These charmed enemies will go and attack their friendly enemies. Yeah, orcs will attack orcs, etc. Charm doesn't last too long, but it's enough to get the unit killed. And when that unit does die, it explodes and causes a stun effect around it, so it could be extremely useful. What else is different? Polymorph ring. This caught my attention ages ago. Polymorph ring. Left click randomly transforms enemies. Right click, transform yourself into an ogre. Yes, an ogre. That sounds a little bit OP to me. And this is going to be a lol weapon, definitely. Left click transforms enemies into chickens and stuff like that. Definitely be funny. So the upgrades for it are right click will transform you into a frost ogre, or right click will transform you into a fire ogre. Take your pick. Ring of Lightning, Vampiric Gauntlets. She seems to have less items, but she's more of a mage, to be perfectly honest, so she doesn't need melee weapons. Like the blade staff, which is unnecessary. Yes, she has some basic outfits, nothing really too special. She pretty much has the same trinkets. Yeah, same trinkets as the War Mage. As for the traps, let's take a look at the traps, shall we? We'll see what's different. Let's have a look, see. What is different? What does she have that the War Mage does not have? I'm pretty sure the War Mage does not have the Mana Well. Yeah, the Mana Well and the Healing Well are separate. Spore Mushrooms, I don't think the War Mage has Spore Mushrooms either. Oh, this is interesting. For the Spore Mushrooms, Kobold Runners converted by spores are extremely dangerous to the enemies. How are Kobolds extremely dangerous? Is this a child upgrade? You're gonna have to explain that one to me. Did they get like super strength? Yeah, so as you can see, they pretty much get the same traps. There's just a few different ones, so there's not too much variation. I'm a little disappointed by the lack of actual traps, but this is the demo, so hopefully, maybe if we're lucky, they'll add some more. I know for a fact they'll add some more via DLC, because they'll want to keep this game going and active for a long time. Especially with that co-op, that must have taken them a while to do. No auto ballista here. Auto ballista can now be placed on walls. That should make things a lot more interesting. That'll make it a lot more viable. That'll make it definitely a lot more viable. Good old boulder shoot, stuff like that. Anyway, blah 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 blah. I think that's pretty much all I need to explain for that. And I'm just going to go ahead and show you the gameplay now. So fade out to that. Hello viewers, this is Clockworks and this is the Orcs Must Die 2 demo. I am joined by Mitsuki on this one, and yes, surprisingly... Oh, wait, I'll be quiet for the cutscene.
Was this how it would
Forgot
end?
about this.
Trapped, surrounded, my power lost. I deserved so much more. They were coming for me. Once I was their queen, now they would be my doom. Then, out of nowhere, new rift? It was different, fragile. I felt a trickle of power returning, barely there. Not enough to mind control even a single orc. Still, the rift offered an escape. As soon as I stepped through, I saw him, standing right in front of me with that ridiculous grin plastered across his face. I only had one thing to say. Run! Was it you?
Now that the cutscene's over.
The rift! Can't you feel the magic returning? Did you open it?
Hey,
so,
that crazy lady that tried to kill me?
Chibi,
There's no time! The orcs are right behind me!
you
Nice.
take...
Hey,
You want to take the bone
talking
amulet and I'll take the haymaker?
language thing.
That could work out fine.
Okay.
So, So yeah guys, we've just played through these 2 levels that are on the demo already, and we've gotten the 2 extra items that you can get. You can unlock the Bone Amulet and the Haymaker. Now just so you guys know, unlike Orcs Must Die 1, on this the skulls you earn go towards buying traps and weapons themselves, or upgrading the actual traps and weapons. You know we have to restart now, right?
No.
If you die, I
Right.
think we lose a skull. So you just died.
No, I didn't. Really.
Bugger. Restarts. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, unlike the Orcs Must Die 1,
Was it you?
intro,
What me?
The rift! Can't you feel the magic returning? Did you
the
open
skulls
it?
you earn, you go towards buying and upgrading said character. Now do note that even I'm playing as the War Mage, the Sorceress and the War Mage are 2 completely different characters. Meaning, if you choose the War Mage and you unlock stuff for the War Mage, you're not going to unlock them for the Sorceress as well. So it is 2 completely different things, so you would need to replay the same levels with both characters if you wanted to unlock the stuff. I mean, sure, it probably adds replayability since both characters do have different items. Somewhat anyway, they have somewhat different items. The majority of the traps are the same, but there's a few unique ones that go with each character. Now,
So we should place
also one of
traps
the
now.
yes, we should place traps now. Let's see here. We'll start off here. You can see where I've got that. Do you want to put the acid thingy there?
I'm so clever and
No,
handsome.
not there. Like that there. Yeah. 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 Good. You can place your freezings there if you want. I don't have enough for the haymaker just yet, but I'll place that there later.
Mhm.
You may want to move your acid to here. Your left
This one.
Yeah. Acid's more effective over tar, and I think these would be more effective over freezing because it's just how it is. I think I'll save my money for a haymaker. And let's see, I'll go one place. Trap outside the door because we can. Anyway. Yeah, combos are still pretty much the same, viewers, apart from if you have 2 people, the difficulty ramps up a lot. And also, if I was to hit an orc with my left click, simple shotgun here, and she was to use her little spell, it also combos, so 1 combo for each character. Now we're going to go ahead and release the horde and get this started.
Killing season.
There's also a few other things. The right click charm ability of the Sorceress, if she charms an orc, when it dies, when that orc dies, it explodes, causing a stun effect around on all the other orcs. Now, when those orcs are stunned, if you kill them while they're stunned, that creates a combo point as well, like so. You can see we're getting pretty much 3 combos off
This
of
should
nothing.
make my point.
Not that combos have ever been important to me anyway. Personally, I don't care much about those. Let's place that there.
Let's go.
The shotgun has a right click ability. Personally, I think the crossbow will be the personal favourite of the War Mages again. You probably can't tell which. Actually, yes, I am very surprised that the demo does have co-op features, because usually a demo would not allow such features, but surprisingly enough, it does. As I was going to say, because you probably can't tell, but the difficulty does ramp up quite significantly. Uh-oh. Bouncing past all of our traps. I mean, I did play this on single player first, and you can definitely notice the increased difficulty. Which should make things especially fun on Nightmare mode. We're gonna place.
Keep it coming.
Oh, a skull.
Cool. This used to be an Orc's head.
Just so you guys know, apart from coins dropping, they also now drop skulls as a rarity. Let's show them the haymaker. You can back up. I'll just select. Ah, that's such an awesome trap. It's a bit weak, doesn't do a lot of damage, but it's certainly useful for back off. And the right-click abilities in this game, especially for your primary weapon, don't cost a lot of mana, at least for the War Mage, I mean. So you can really spam it sometimes.
Bang! Zoom! Straight to the moon.
Just in case they get past, I think we should put some spike traps back here. I doubt they will, but still, could be useful. Also, viewers, yes, you do not share build points down the bottom left. Each person has their own individual build points, and they don't. For example, if she kills an orc, you know, it's not going to take away from mine, for example. So it's not everyone for themselves.
Woohoo!
I suppose that's why they increased the difficulty, because if they didn't, it would make things really easy. Now the good thing about the bow and amulet that she's using is her left click doesn't really take a whole lot of mana either, so she can spam that and it does a whole load of damage. Oh, there's another skull there, I need to get a hold of that.
Dibs on the skull!
They don't usually drop this often, so we're actually quite lucky. Oh, hold on. Sneaky orc. Why did you place the trap there?
Accidentally.
I live for mass orc killing.
Now what was I saying? Oh yes, about the bow and amulet. Her right click summons a bone golem as well, which is very... It may take a lot of her mana, but it regenerates so fast that by the time one has run out, she can instantly place another. Anyway, that's the first level of the demo done. Just gonna go check out the spellbook, because there are some stuff you can upgrade, surprisingly. Let's have a look, see. There's not a whole lot you want to upgrade. I'm going to upgrade my arrow walls. And do you know how to upgrade, Chibi?
Yes.
Okay, good stuff. There's no point in upgrading my blunderbuss. You might want to upgrade your weapon as well, though. It could be good. I'll go ahead and get that. And we'll upgrade one more trap. I guess we can't. Okay, we'll upgrade the spikes. Oh, there's all my bonus skulls gone. How about you?
What?
Are you done with upgrading?
I don't know, I think I can't upgrade.
Yeah, you should be able to. You go to spellbook, then you go to weapons or traps, and then you click on one that you currently have, and you look at the top one, and it should say purchase.
Oh yeah, I understand, okay.
You have a limited amount, so I suggest you just upgrade a few. For example, maybe your primary weapon and the bone amulets, and maybe a trap.
Yeah, I did.
You're done?
I'm done.
Okay. So what did you upgrade?
Acid Sphere and 2 of my weapons.
Yes.
I mean,
good.
Bone Amulet and another one.
Well, we're not going to need the haymaker for this one because the ceiling is not very in a good area, as it were.
You're a miner now?
As you can see, it's not in the best of areas. And the problem with the haymaker is it knocks them around a lot, so they can get knocked down here, in which they have a straight run to the rift. It's really irritating. So go ahead and place yours first. Yeah. It's mine like so. As you can see, the traps complement each other quite well. So if I place... I can't place another one. Oh yeah, we should have spikes there instead. That's a good idea. Can you place another one?
Only this.
Okay.
That's all what.
Now the good thing about having 2 bone amulets as well is when the round spawns, let's go ahead and start the round. We can both place a bone golem. And they're going to do the work for us.
Yeah, looks good.
And look, I can also already place another one. So can you as well, too. It's like our own little personal army. It might seem a little bit OP though, to be honest. I mean, they last a long time, they don't take a lot of damage, and you also cannot damage your own bone golems, so you don't need to worry about harming them by mistake. What happens if you go in the rift and you can't? Nicely done. Let's go ahead and place down. You want to place an acid?
Traps are just so cool.
We need slow food there. But for now, we need to go to the other portal because they're coming from this way now. They are certainly a good distraction, I'll tell you that much. The orcs get distracted by these guys very easily.
So beautiful.
So get up close and personal, just do shit like that, and send them flying. What we're going to do for this level there, viewers, is we're just going to go ahead and place all our traps on the left side, and we'll defend the right hand side manually.
And stir.
Look at the sides. Oh, spiky is.
The perfect spot.
And
Let's roll.
I can place another one. You got any spare? Actually, we'll have an acid trap next. I'll place the bone golem there and go protect the other side because they're coming from here now. Shotgun's not too powerful. Doesn't let you get headshots either, so I can imagine the crossbow being a lot better. The orcs do seem a lot smaller from Orcs Must Die 1, but they have different levels, as you can see. They have better armor and whatnot. Like these low level ones, they're just pretty basic. Need help on the right hand side.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Come on, back off, back off. Whew. Done Zord.
This'll slow them up.
You want to place an acid field there, Chibi?
Yeah.
There we go, that will do it for that side. I think that side is pretty much relatively okay. Also, another thing, viewers, is the interactive environment. As you can see, this little train cart that keeps going by. If you hit that, it changes the train tracks to the other side instead. It's not all that useful, to be perfectly honest. I'm sure some people will be creative with it, but as far as I know, it's not that useful because you can't place traps actually on the train tracks themselves. So it's a little bit useless in my opinion. Anyway, I'm ready.
Ready for more.
Same idea.
Yeah.
The thing about the golems is they'll hold off that side on their own long enough for us to defend the right hand side. Right, here we go.
Watch out! When that elemental falls to pieces, he'll leave behind two smaller.
New unit, viewers. Elemental on the left. It's an interesting little unit. Basically, when he dies, he explodes into 2 littler units, which are much weaker. But he's more than strong enough to take out a bone golem by himself. You can see there he is, he just exploded. Back to the right hand side, because we're losing ground here.
No, we're not gone now.
Of course we're not going to lose. What kind of question is that? Your orc slaying masters. Masters of doom. 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 Sweet. Okay, let's place some spikes just to
Yeah.
Yeah, just clear this up this area, I think.
Bring it!
Oh,
Sweet!
we've got a bone golem on the right hand side. Sorry, left hand side. And cover the old randomly placed acid. The thing about the little left click of the bone golem item is it's really cheap mana wise, especially for the sorceress. I can just like spam it. It won't be useful for comboers because it does a bit too much damage.
I fell down.
Oh, probably can run back quickly now.
Bye-bye, evil guy!
You won't be able to combo with it though, viewers. It does a bit too much damage for my liking. Anyway, that is the end of the second level of the demo that is available for Orcs Must Die 2 demo. I've got some bonus skulls, which is always good. I don't know exactly how you get these bonus skulls. They seem pretty random. It doesn't depend on your combo factor either, so it's just more along the lines of just bleh. I'll go through all of the gear and stuff in a minute. For the meantime, thank you for watching, viewers. I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to click continue so you can see the ending screen that they give us. And I will see you in Orcs Must Die 2 in a couple of days. This is Clockworks and Mitsu saying goodbye.
Goodbye.
Click continue already. Come on. Co-op, story-based campaign, endless mode, over 20 deadly enemies, more than 50 traps, weapons and guardians, massive upgrade system, extensive replayability. Bye now.